Click. Alright, last title of the stream was When One Door Opens. Title of this one...
The rest close.
Like it.
We are going.
Okay. Well, we're just going to jump right in with just a small recap. Last time you... Let's see, I believe you found Soren. And at the cusp of killing him, managed to get rid of whatever was controlling his mind. He then thanked you, gave you a cloak, if I remember correctly, and you guys continued to have a long rest. During the night, you found mostly good rest. Except for Karzin and Cal. As you were taking your watch, things started to be wonky. And you found an odd conversation and a general unease over you. Nothing major happened from it, but as we return now, the early sunrise peeks through the small windows in this room, lights the chamber. Cal, you sit contemplating what the heck just happened. And those words echo in your mind. You chose to forget.
On that note, just for the party, we realized Gift of Gab does not work the way that I thought it does. So in the name of continuity, Josh let me rebrand the spell Gift of Cal, and it now targets a singular creature rather than all creatures within 5 feet. And it can also target yourself. So it changed it slightly, weakened it in some ways, buffed it in others. And so I have Gift of Cal, not Gift of Gab.
Awesome.
So
I love it. It's a Acquisitions Incorporated spell. It's a weird one anyway. I like it.
Yeah, really.
Aren't all the spells from that slightly weird?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Love.
absolutely.
What's the word? Gym Magic Missile, I think. Is the funny one. Anyway.
Those words, not the first time you have remembered them. But the morning comes. You awaken your allies, unless there's anything else you wanted to do. And the morning is yours.
Okay. So, guys, I was wondering, as far as we can tell, these other people have gone crazy kind of just from being in this place?
as far as I can tell, there's some kind of fungus or something of the like that gets into their blood and affects their minds.
From
Maybe
healing
not
him,
fungus.
would
Maybe... Go ahead.
I be able to tell what ailed him when I healed him?
You know what? You probably would have, yes. With your knowledge of... With your understanding of healing and the healing not so much of the physical body, but of the mind and of the spirit. It wasn't a physical thing. But an external source that may have altered some physical properties. Hence the black ichor.
It was more of a what, spiritual infection? I'll share that with the group.
Okay. Wow. So we got the throne room right next door, and we got the rest of the first floor that we didn't explore.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys choose to do?
Well, we know how to heal them now. Did we move to the next?
Well, I suppose venturing into the throne room might beat going into the kitchens with the delicious smelling food.
Yeah, I'm kind of wary of those kitchens, but also apparently there's a way around back, at least according to,
Aaron went.
thank you.
I'm for either.
Seems like what Zoran said, that he achieved the sickness when he went to the top of the tower, whatever that meant.
Yeah.
I wonder if there are points where it's more dangerous than others. I don't know. We'll see.
I believe I mentioned this last time, but I'll go over it again this time. Just to be sure that I did during the night receive a kind of visitation. And the thing that spoke to me was asking when we were going to come visit it at the top of the tower, inviting us to come there.
Was it like the voice when we first entered?
Yes, very much so.
Hmm. Throne room would probably get us closer to that, huh? So if we go elsewhere, we'd probably take it off and maybe make a slip up or something. I don't know.
That's an option. Although I'm guessing it's quite the patient entity, since it's been in here for 30 years with very little company.
Excellent points.
We did receive company just a week ago. But
I think I'm... Go ahead.
Nix is gonna walk over to the door and slightly peek outside. Which way does the door swing? Oh wait, we have stuff up against the door.
Yeah, that's right. You guys
I'll
push
help you.
thing because easy enough. You clear it, and the door does come open inward.
Okay.
if you believe
Yeah.
that
Nix.
the infection could be fungal related, I mean, I guess I've never heard of a fungus that infests the spirit.
I could thoroughly be wrong. I just was putting together things that I had connected, and changing in colors, a color of blood would indicate fungus, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that is correct.
I mean, I wouldn't deny that the infection gives imagery of mold in my mind to those we've seen infected. But
Do any of you know of medicine? Anyone have experience with any of fungi?
Minimal travel medicine, enough to get you to the next town. That's about it.
I am more
Not really.
of the arcane persuasion than nature or medicine.
I mean, I was.
Well, if you see gas, hold your breath.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Nyx will
So-
hold his breath while he peeks outside the door.
You look outside the door, and it's much as you left it. There's still the burning pieces of briar and thorns that were previously on this door. You don't see any creatures. You don't see anybody else or anything else in the area.
Okay.
Tarzan's going to ask, do you wish for me to expend one of my more powerful magics to increase your vitality? Or would you rather I save it for later? I am thinking of either casting the aid spell on us or reserving a second spell slot for lesser restoration. Or suggestion.
Personally, I think I could go a while before probably needing help.
Okay.
Remind me what exactly aid does.
Aid will boost your max hit points for 8 hours by 5 hit points, all 3 of you.
That was quite
And also
convenient and helpful for me, but also I can do without if needed.
I mean, did you get down to below 5 hit points?
I got down to 7, so...
It's close.
And things are going to get harder from here, if I were to guess. I also was being a little bit frivolous, though, so...
I'm picking my spells right now. I guess as a paladin, I choose them daily,
You
right?
can prepare them.
Yep.
I mean, I picked my
I'm gonna
spells
pick
last
up-
time.
I'm gonna get detect poison and disease. That might help.
Yeah.
And then when you don't need it, you'll just use them for smite.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I'll use is the smite or whatever it's called.
Can Paladins
the most part.
ritual cast?
I think so, unless there's something that says it specifically, like a feat or something. Ritual caster.
Let me double check.
It doesn't show ritual casting under
Yeah,
the paladin
It doesn't
spellcasting.
have it. Clerics do. And bards do.
Don't believe I took many, if any, ritual spells, actually. Oh, I did take one.
Oh.
Comprehend
I will
languages.
need. Actually, I'll need buffs for when I use lay on hands, so I don't have to use all of it. I have
that's a
15
good
points
point.
and it takes 5 to try to kill someone.
Yeah. Would you prefer, if we're allowed to, I mean, like, we just ended our long rest, are we allowed to do prepared spells and coordinate that? Okay.
That's totally fine.
I
I feel like the preparing of spells, I always feel is like getting ready in the morning. You guys are kind of preparing yourselves to what you feel like you may need. So of course you guys would be chatting about that.
I can take enhance ability, and if I give it to you, I give you advantage on general ability checks.
A gentleman, like Of one kind.
Of one kind, yeah. Which, I mean, would be charisma for you. And then I also have guidance, which gives you a plus D4. Not as good. Oh my gosh. Careful. Sorry.
We're good.
Just got handed the most full cup in the world.
Yeah. I actually thought it was over. I think it was pouring over
I
the
think
top
the
actively.
surface tension of that liquid was keeping it together, and that was it.
Yeah. Yep.
So I only have 2 second level spell slots. So I have Aid, Lesser Restoration, and Silence prepared. Silence literally only because it's a ritual cast, and it'd be funny to ritual cast it into a room before we go into it if we wanted to ambush something.
I will say every single one of my spells requires a verbal component, so...
I mean, that's the point, is that you're outside of the big bubble and you cast spells into it. And
True.
whoever's the ritual, you just got to make sure that the spellcaster that's inside of it just gets grappled and stays inside of it.
True.
But not as useful, honestly. I mean, I can unprepare that. I can get protection from poison, though this isn't necessarily a poison condition we're trying to avoid here.
I'm guessing the main things that will be relevant that I have is Enlarge, Reduce, and Silvery Barbs is really what I'm throwing in.
Okay.
I also have Tasha's, Comprehend Languages, Featherfall, and Gift of Cow, but that, yeah.
I'm going to prepare Enhance Ability for that contingency. Alright, that's basically all I'm going to do. I'm going to start ritual casting Detect Magic before we go out, or I'm going to do that as part of my preparation.
Is there a specific, skill or tool that you think might be particularly useful today?
Considering you
since
now have
you're an
disadvantage
elf?
on stealth, maybe stealth. Granted, I
Gotcha.
too have disadvantage on stealth because of my armor.
I was also thinking, is medicine something that is useful for us to know, for me to know?
I could see it.
Do one of you guys want to watch my back while I peek over the balcony to check on the door down there?
Also, maybe if we had something to restrain. Because basically our goals for today are to find if anybody is still alive, to heal them if we can, which restraint would be nice there, and then potentially to...
I have 50 feet of hempen rope.
I don't know. I also have that magic rope in my inventory. Was that supposed to go to me?
I
I
believe
remember.
so. Because all of us are kind of on the edge of our seat of, carry capacity.
I also have 50 feet of rope.
We got some normal rope, we got some magic rope. I'm guessing the magic rope doesn't really have a magically grapple someone ability.
Yeah, it says you can tell it to fasten itself securely to an object. That's all it says.
Fasten yourself securely to that armor, please. On that person.
Yeah, right.
If somebody goes unconscious, they're an object, right?
Sure, why not?
Oh, okay, so it does have AC. So if they wanted to break free,
Maybe you could train it.
it has an AC
like a
of
pet.
20 hit points.
It's basically like a snake, right?
Can
The
we
world's
apply
first rope
companion
trainer.
rules to this rope?
We'll
Make it level up with us?
Anyway.
We could try that. I have manacles, actually.
Oh, you do? Frick. Well,
Yeah.
All right.
You don't have the key to them, but no, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
all
All right.
right. So we're going.
I'm gonna watch
Are we
the
going to the
hall.
throne room, or are we going to the first floor?
If nobody has a preference, I say we just flip a coin.
Sure.
All right. Lowe's.
There is
Lowe's
one
throne
D2
room.
in Foundry.
Yeah. Well, I like this throne room. It is.
All right. Yeah, unpause the game so we can move, Josh.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
No problem.
Okay. Oops. On the way towards the throne room, I peek over the balcony down at the doors to the entrance room.
The doors do seem to still be all grown over, and it's very similar to the way you left it at last night,
Okay.
I should say. Excuse me.
Is there a keyhole, perchance, on this giant door? Or a gap underneath it that I could peek through?
There is a keyhole, yes.
Oh, also, what do I get
Alright.
from my detect magic?
From there, 30 feet,
Yeah.
you do not get anything except for in the treasure room that you guys run in.
Of course.
Also, there you do feel a couple of the very familiar ever-burning
Torches on the
torches.
walls.
Yeah. Also inside the throne room.
Given my best peek into that room, what do I get?
Let's see, what'd you roll? 16. You kneel down, you take a look in the keyhole, and you know, games and movies, they see the keyhole. You know, you look through it and it's got to be like that big. This is a tiny
Yeah.
tiny keyhole, so you really can't see anything through it. You do, however, look down, and there is a very faint smear of dried blood, or something like it, under the door moving into the room.
Dried like days, dried like weeks, dried like years.
As far as you can tell, days?
Okay. And it starts like whatever it is, probably blood, but maybe not, starts right inside the door and drags into the middle of the room, right?
As far as you can tell.
Okay. I'll relay that to the party.
I'll relay the magic information as well, that I have nothing right now.
You do recall that Soren did mention that Carter, their other companion, I believe he mentioned that he did get injured while fleeing.
Well, do we just go in?
If it's
Yes.
closer, do we want
Be
to
prepared.
rush in? Perhaps catch them by surprise?
Well, hey, Cal, did it look like it was bright light in there?
There are definitely lights in there. I can sense them.
Some sort of light, and I'm guessing based on that it's going to be the ever-burning torches kind of situation.
Okay.
Which means somewhere between dim and standard light.
I know your home domain is darkness, Nix, but don't think you'll be that lucky this time.
Yeah.
So, surprise or caution?
Oh, we know if they are diseased, They will try to attack us anyway, so perhaps the prize is better.
I'm willing.
All right.
Nyx will get his bow out and have arrows at the ready.
Cool.
I will lead.
Okay.
Wait. Can I check the door over for traps first?
Don't see why not.
You want to make an investigation check?
I'll help him.
Righto. Alright, so advantage.
Gonna.
Actually, I'll give. No, I already did help.
Oh, sorry.
I could have given guidance and then someone else helped, but oh well, it's fine.
14. It does not seem to be trapped as far as you can tell, and it is also unlocked.
I'm going to continuously be taking the dodge action and have a prepared reaction to cast a spell when I see somebody who is not our party.
Sure. So, Ergi, you reach forward this big kind of double door setup, and you fling it open as fast as you can, rushing in. There's nobody in the room. You see kind of murals on either side with torches burning out of them, and then a throne sitting 20, 30 feet back.
And you said there's kind of a blood smear here.
Yes, you do see a little bit of a blood smear, but then it kind of vanishes for a little while. You can't see where it picks up after that. The throne is this beautiful gold and velvet high back chair that probably spans way taller than it should. I mean, for being a chair, that's what I mean. Cal, as you kind of go to the side, you do see a door in the back.
Is there anything interesting in here? Items on the chair or
Magic,
on
senses.
the side? Yeah, anything magical?
With your eyes, Ergi, you don't notice anything other than this massive chair. Karzin, you do, as you get closer to the brain work, the chair, the throne. Yes. You do get a sense of illusion coming from the chair itself.
Is the chair an illusion itself? Can I see through it?
Sorry, one second.
Is the entirety of the chair have an illusion, or is it?
As you get closer, you do notice that it does feel. Sorry, I'm trying to find. Apparently, this room doesn't exist in the module. You reach forward, and yes, it is the chair itself is illusory.
Chair is an illusion. I wouldn't have reached through it, but just to try and
Okay.
But
Yeah, the general feel from it is yes, it is. It does seem like the whole chair is an illusion.
Do you communicate this out loud?
yeah, I'll say when I feel it, the chair's got illusion magic. Appears to
I'm
be
gonna take
illusory.
my damage repaired dagger and throw it through the back of the chair.
Okay. It passes right through it and clings against the back wall, falling to the ground.
Interesting.
Do I? I'm trying to see if. Yes, I do. Nyx is gonna pull out his quarterstaff that he has, and he's gonna start poking around in the chair's space to see if there's anything at all inside the illusion.
What you feel really is ground, the wood paneling of the floor. But as you get closer, your head kind of passes into the chair and all that. You end up seeing down below there is a massive dried puddle of blood, a lot of blood that the chair is completely covering.
Nyx is gonna back up quickly and relay that to the others.
Carson will look up.
As you all look up,
Yeah.
ceiling, you see the arched tiles of the ceiling.
Okay. Nothing like that could be hanging or like trapped.
How
So
old is the blood?
As you investigate it, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Guidance.
Great.
Oh, frick. Sorry,
Well
subtract that guidance because
It's fine. It was a 1.
Yeah. I realized real quick I wouldn't want to cast guidance because I have detect magic up and guidance. Is
Yeah.
concentration.
Just on a time frame of like days, weeks, or years, right? Like what's my rough?
It's not red anymore. It is now turned more brown.
So at least a week, could be anything beyond there.
Could be, yeah.
Okay.
Could even be a couple of days. It really is hard to tell.
Okay.
Why would you cover up
This is strange.
a puddle of blood with an impressive static illusion?
Is it being, as I'm standing inside of it, is it being distorted at all?
The illusion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it,
Yeah,
like
even to
mist around my legs, and then the moment I step out of it, it like reforms.
yeah, similar to a light weaving, I could say.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the rest of you see like it start to fuzz around Cal as he's stepping through it, and you watch as Nyx put his staff in it, or whatever it is, the bow staff, in it as well, in his head. Like it doesn't stay static when you guys touch it. It fuzzes a bit more.
Well, maybe whoever owns this place is just crazy.
Well, we have
Well, that's
established
definitely
that.
true, but I don't know if that's a just thing.
Well, they obviously kill people, but now
Yeah,
they're
that-
trying to blood.
Fair. I don't know. I think we've learned about as much as we can from this.
Yeah.
Alright.
Tarzan and Cal, as you kind of walk behind the throne, it does look like there are very faint, dried bloody footsteps walking towards the door. Like, very faint.
Well, door number 2. What's this door look
Sure.
like? What is it like? Fancy?
This is-
Is it?
It's a simple wooden door. It doesn't even have a door handle. It's a latch. Although as you get closer, you do realize that it is fortified. Like there are iron bands going across the thick wood.
Any magic feelings beyond it besides the torches, if there are any?
You don't even feel torches on the other side.
Well, Nix, I don't feel torches in the room beyond. Do we want to try another charge, or...?
No, I have a caution this time.
It is a single entry point. It's a bit hard to charge through it.
I think first, Nick's had to appreciate it if you took a look for traps. I feel like this is the one that's going to have them. And I'll give you the help action.
This would definitely feel more like a trapped door.
Will do. Investigation.
Yep.
Oh, that one turned
Nice.
out better than last one.
18. Very nice. Again, it's not locked. But you do notice, as you're kind of looking through in between the crack, between the opposite side of the hinges, where the door actually opens, on the other side, you see the latch. As you kind of jiggle it back and forth, there's something else, a small bar of some kind, that is resting just on top of the latch. And with that, you understand that if it lifts up, something is going to happen on the other side.
And in order for the door to open, the latch lifts. So there's no way to, like, open the door without moving the bar, even if I were to, like, get my something in there and nothing like that.
Something you could... It's hard to tell from this. I mean, again, you're looking at a crack that's like that, and you just notice that there is a bar resting on the latch on the other side. So that's what you see next.
Nix, did you say you have thieves' tools on you?
I do have. Wait. And proficient. Did I actually grab some? I feel like I did. I do have thieves' tools. Also a crowbar.
Do we want to try to disarm it?
I believe so.
Yeah, I would say let's try and do that.
Cool. I'm gonna, if I may, even though I'm not proficient with thieves' tools, can I use sleight of hand as the thing that I'm doing to be helpful to give him advantage?
You don't know how to use them?
Nix does. I am just particularly dexterous. In and of myself, I could be tomorrow if we want, but I am not today.
Sure. So both of you. So Nix, go ahead and roll a thieves' tools check, and Cal, roll a sleight of hand.
Thieves. Sorry, is that dexterity or wait?
Yes. Yeah. Plus your proficiency bonus too. So that's 22.
Wow.
Like,
he hasn't rolled his
oh,
yet.
wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
he did.
To...
He just...
That 18
No,
is his investigation check.
Oh, okay, never mind. You're right.
Sorry, then. Yes. Cal, you got a 20 on your sleight of hand. Nice.
Ooh.
No, that's
and
my.
That will.
That's his.
That'll more than
do
it. You reach your tool in there and you realize it's not going to be quite long enough. So you somewhere in your pack you do have a little bit longer piece of metal. You reach in, and instead of pushing up on the thing on the bar, you actually like push it off the latch, and it falls where now it won't go up. Nothing happens. But now you feel confident that you can lift up on the latch and open the door.
Okay. Let's try and open this now.
Carefully, you lift up on the latch, pull open the door. Nothing happens. And as you peek on the other side, you see very crudely put together crossbow kind of wrapped up with rope on one of the upper rafters, and the bar now dangling would have lifted up on the latch and shot whoever walked through. But with that, you guys keep your distance, and you do. I'll say if you really want to, especially with an at 20 and your 20 sleight of hand, if you want to gather the crossbow, totally able to. It looks like it was just very hastily tied up there. You do notice that the rope itself has blood stains on it. The rest,
Are they red?
the blood stains? No, they're dried. They're dried
Okay.
blood. So
All right, so normal color though for being dragged. Okay. Yeah, let's gather it up. Is the rope in good condition otherwise?
yeah, there's about 15 feet of rope there, of hempen rope.
Okay, so 15
Alrighty.
feet of rope and a crossbow and just the one crossbow bolt.
Yeah, one crossbow bolt. It's a heavy crossbow.
Okay.
The rest
And,
of the. Sorry, what's up?
It's all good. Let's keep going.
I was just gonna say the rest of the room. There is a staircase. On the left, the staircase leads down. On the right, the staircase leads up. The rest of the room is bare. There's a few crates and barrels. It seems like it was mainly a storage room, but then almost what seems like the main staircase to go from the upper floors to the higher tower.
Which are there footprints in here as well, or anything?
There are very obvious bloody footprints going down stairs.
So we may be able to save the other adventurer if we go down.
If they're alive.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if this is the person who, if this person like hid inside the chair in illusion.
Did I know if it's Carson, right? Carter, sorry. Did I know if Carter knew how to handle weaponry like a heavy crossbow?
Carter,
He was a lumberjack, right?
yes, he was lumberjack. He was also kind of known as the village troublemaker. Not the brightest tool in the shed.
But he was a prankster.
Yeah. And there were many times where you were asked to heal, maybe 15 years ago, heal kids that he had gotten a little too rough with, if you will.
Let's find whoever we're following.
Down then?
Let's follow the footsteps.
All right. What does it look like downstairs before we head down?
Anyone who's looking downstairs, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Oh, yeah. Not the best, but not the worst.
Oof.
Anyone who rolled below a 10, which I think is just Nyx, from what I
Oh,
can
sorry.
see.
I accidentally did a self roll, but I got a 15.
Oh, you can right-click it and make it public.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Yeah, look at that.
Cool. Nyx, as you're looking downstairs, your eye, something at the corner of your eye catches a gleam of light, and you look upstairs, and past where you can actually see, you feel like that's where you need to go. There is something intriguing. It's light up there. Downstairs is dark. There's a kind of a gloom effect going on. Upstairs is the way. You know it.
Nyx is gonna like hesitantly take a few steps towards the upstairs and be like, kind of feel like we should go that way actually.
Why is that?
I don't know. Lighter up there and it's darker downstairs.
But
I'm
you
not
like the
making
dark.
sense. I mean, yeah, but this time I feel like we need to go upstairs.
Oh, this is
I'm not making sense
suspicious.
to myself.
All right, who's gonna tie up next?
We don't need to tie up
What-
one of our party members just because they feel like they want to go upstairs. But it is
Yeah,
a bit strange for you to say that, I suppose, considering your entire shtick is hiding in darkness.
well, yeah. Then
We were all also pretty 50-50 on going up or down, and then down became more interesting, and now you're saying up. I'd like to do an insight check, if I may,
Please do.
on Nyx. And that was almost a crit, and instead it's an 8.
I'm definitely gonna do it too.
Yeah, go for it.
Inside check.
Cal, it is, strange, but it's also, you kind of want to go upstairs too, right?
I mean, I'm very split. There's a part of me that wants to go upstairs, and there's a part of me that never wants to go upstairs.
Tarzan Ergi, something's up with Nyx. There's a strange gleam in his eye that you've never seen before in your short time being together. And you look downstairs and you look upstairs, and from what you can tell, the lighting is identical.
it is lighter upstairs, isn't it? Guys?
No.
Okay, guys, you are looking at
No,
me
it's
weirdly.
not.
Should I look at myself weirdly?
Well, I'm sure eventually we'll be wanting to go upstairs to confront whatever we want to, but immediate decision making downstairs is my vote.
Let's go
Right.
down. Will you come, Nyx?
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah, let's go downstairs.
And I will take the first step.
You start heading downstairs. Nyx, you linger. There's something up there.
As he's lingering and potentially looking back, Carson's going to put a firm hand on his shoulder, and he's going to say, Nyx, I really feel like it would be a good idea to go downstairs, where it's a bit safer, don't you think? And he's going to cast Suggestion.
Do I need to roll something?
Yeah, make a wisdom save.
Okay. Wisdom save number 2.
Beautiful. Failed.
Just
Count-
barely failed.
Counter charm. Excuse you. This is my party member, and I manipulate him however I want.
There is an inner conflict. But as you look into the golden eyes of your Dragonborn companion, downstairs, that's fine. Upstairs later. Upstairs later.
Okay. Okay, yeah, downstairs. And Nyx will skedaddle downstairs before anything else happens.
Awesome. Let me do this.
Is anyone else's video on Kyle going weird?
Oh, well, yeah, of course. You mean
I
with
got balloons for some reason. Yeah, that was weird.
Or do you mean
I
other
don't know who
than
said happy
balloons?
birthday.
It's a pixely blur for me.
Oh. Well, it's not bad for me, so you might need to,
Yeah, try to reload and then I'll reload if it doesn't work for you.
like, disconnect, reconnect to the call. That worked? Cool.
You descend the stairs, and actually, technically, you guys are over here. My bad. Oop. You descend the stairs, and you do see another door, very similar to the one above. This room also contains a bunch of barrels and crates and storage that have very long rotted, and then another staircase down. What looks like the bloody footprints kind of fade, but continue down.
Down to the lower level.
Down to the lower level, yep.
Man, you're just having a party over there. Karzan will look to the party and says, anyone object to me taking a quick peek in this door if it's open? Well, I mean, I guess the door above was trapped, but that was a weird trap.
I'm guessing.
Is this door smelly?
If I
Is
can
this
remember the layout correctly, that should be roughly where that dining room was.
Nyx, you go close to the door and you can smell cooked chicken, pheasants, spices, all sorts of really, honestly, delicious smelling food.
Yep, this is one of the food doors.
I'm imagining my illusory magic's also pinging.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Yes, then we will continue down.
Sounds good.
I don't... Actually, I do.
Wait, what's Aladdin in here?
This area is a bit darker. There is still some ambient light, like coming from under the door, but the room itself doesn't have any of the everlasting flame torches that you guys have seen through the rest of the place.
Okay.
Were there any torches that were like within reach that weren't just like braziers, like torches you could take off the wall?
No, they all seem to
Okay.
be
Got it. Never mind.
brazier.
Okay.
Karzan will, if it's getting darker, Karzan will light a torch.
If you want to save that, I can just Cal snaps and a floating ball of soft blue light, 4 of them, spin into existence around him.
Yeah, that's a bit better. Karzan will put the torch away.
What color are those?
A dim, like a very pale blue. Almost a white light, but definitely blue. And by default, he'd have them float slowly rotating around him, but at like 10 feet away from him range.
Okay. You head downstairs. Hope you guys can see this okay. Let me... the darkness grips you even more as the further you descend. Yet the sight of the circular space before you is bare, with only a few destroyed chests on off to one side. A square platform held up by chains in the middle of the room, and a lever on the back of the room. Wow, okay. I can read. Yeah. So, circular room, a bunch of destroyed things, the lever on the back of the back wall. I'm also realizing that these things will not be there. Cool.
Can you turn Cal into a light source so that we could see better?
I can...
Or do... Oh.
It looks like he made a light source, but it's not actually attached to me.
Yeah, let me do that.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Lights.
No dark vision in this campaign. That sucks.
I have some, but
I know you do,
yeah.
Mr. Elf.
Let's see, what's...
I have dark vision as well.
Oh.
Alright, so dancing lights is dim light in a 10-foot radius for each light.
Yeah, so if I'm hovering them at about 10 feet out, then I should have about a 25, 30 foot radius light.
Okay.
That was good.
Now if you move, does the light move?
Looks like it.
Here you go. The center of this room, you do see a mess of gears and pulleys and chains, almost like a lift of some kind that is dangling above a very, very tall, a very, very deep drop. At the back, you do see a lever, but it is wrapped in chains and with a big old padlock on it.
Those bloody footsteps, do we see them down here?
You do. They are all they do fade as they head down, but then you see blood smears and a trail that leads to the lever and onto the platform itself.
And then I'm
Someone up there.
there's a set of footprints leading onto the platform
Yes.
and then off, but where they leave the platform, they don't appear back on this floor.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's an elevator going down.
Yep. This is our mine entrance, I imagine.
That's what I was thinking.
And whoever we were following went down into the mines.
Do we want to go down into the mines, or should we deal with the tower first?
I'm inclined not to right now.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
rather deal with the citadel itself.
Me too. The mines would be even bigger, and
The mines are
Who
where
knows
all this
what's-
originated from. The citadel is an after effect of what happened at the mines. I'd rather deal with an after effect than the original source.
Agreed.
We'll get to the source eventually, I'm sure.
Back up
I'll
we go.
also say, sorry, real quick, as you are looking down and looking at this platform, I'll also say that there is a biting cold emanating from down below. It makes this room specifically quite chilly, especially with the rest of the castle, as it has been quite nice and warm.
Tarzan kind of fire breaths his hands occasionally to keep himself warm. His arthritis gets to him when it's cold.
Anybody
Yeah.
want to race?
Sorry, race what?
Back up the stairs.
If I took any amount of speed going up those stairs, my knees would never forgive me.
I'll take you to the top of the first landing. Or, yeah, let's do it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Athletics checks, both of you.
Great.
Tarzan will follow slowly but steadily behind.
Okay.
Yeah.
You rush. You say 3, 2, 1, go, and you start rushing. You make it to the first set of stairs as quick as you can, and almost immediately you see a blue flash next to you. Cal looks at you, smiles, and then starts taking off. You continue. I need one more athletics check as you are heading up the second set of stairs up to that first landing.
Before Tarzan braves the stairs, he'll pause real quick and
By one.
take out the ice flower that he got. And
Okay.
he'll kind of look at it and he'll kind of like hold it like closer to the lift. Is there any does the cold feel similar?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Tarzan will stash that away again.
As you stash that away, you hear a as these two are rushing up.
I am going to shed dancing lights behind me every short distance so that the others do have light on the way up the stairs.
Okay, fair enough. Ergi, you barely catch up to him right as Cal makes a final jump up the last 3 steps, skipping all of them, and making it to that first landing mere seconds before you do.
I'll mutter something like, "Oh, you cheated! My armor is heavy."
Yeah, I'm sure it's the armor. We'll have to do it again sometime without it.
No dreams.
Tarzan, Nix, you on your own pace, make your way up the stairs. The lights of the dancing light, the light of the dancing lights, lighting your path. But you make your way to that first landing again.
Search the first floor before we consider heading up.
Yes. Yeah, first floor would be a good idea.
All right.
Do we brave the food? I mean, the other option is roundabout back up through the second floor.
I don't want to climb all those stairs again. I'd rather just go through the door.
And get it over with.
Right. Well, I'll take the first step just in case.
You enter the room. Let me see if I can find. There we go. The scent of freshly cooked chicken, other aromas hit your nose. When you open the door, the sight welcomes you to take a seat at the lavish dining table. Multiple meals await on the table and the plates, some of which have been partially eaten already. And expensive-looking bottles of wine accompany the food. An open flame roars in the fireplace to your right, to your left at this point. And an almost cozy feeling emanates in this space. To your right is another wooden door, and then the double doors at the far end, which you are familiar with, at least. I will say, as you walk in, understanding that this is an illusion, this is a trick, a trap, uh, will lower the DC and give you guys all advantage. But it still needs you to make a Constitution saving throw. Everyone who walks into the room
With advantage, you
with
said?
advantage. With advantage, yes.
Oh, cool.
Oof.
Oh man, even with
I roll great.
Nyx ain't good on the saving throws so far.
It was lucky then that you had already known that this was a trap, and it decreased the DC to 8.
Oh wow.
Yep. Real lucky.
It decreased it from 12 to 8. So
I rolled charisma on accident, but my +2 is still the same, so
that's fine. You do feel hungry after just eating rations for the last day and a half, 2 days, however long it's been. And it is warm and welcoming, but you are like, yeah, no, this isn't real. It looks real. It looks good. Smells delicious, but it's not real.
I would like to cast Prestidigitation to make it smell like dung.
Ew.
Honestly, the rest of you smell like someone let a really bad one loose.
Oh, Arzen, come on.
if it was me, I would have let you know.
Cal's
Well,
gonna
there
walk
seems
towards
to
this
be
door
another
over here.
door.
Okay, Cal, you head towards that door. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Anything interesting about the fireplace or
Am I
maybe the
detecting
table from a
anything
distance?
other than illusion magic in this room?
You are detecting nothing but illusion magic. And as you walk towards the fireplace, there is no heat coming from it.
Wow. Are these corner things anything significant?
They look like elegantly carved statues. Uh, Nothing specifically of note.
Okay.
This honestly looks like it was supposed to be an incredibly fancy dining hall and meeting room for people who would come to meet with Mr. Holston, Thaddeus Holston, and co. Basically.
Okay, next door, I suppose.
Yeah.
Looking door over, I suppose.
Sure. Go make an investigation check.
Help action.
Okay. And I should
I'll
have.
allow it.
Do I have any magical feelings on the other side of the door? Or in the door?
On the other side,
I mean, like, I'll be standing, once they, like, inspect the door, I'll be standing where Nyx is, right next to him.
right. So first off, Nyx, the door is not trapped and it is unlocked. Tarzan, on the other side, you don't feel. Well, you do feel some illusion, but not as potent as in this room. And there is an element, just a very brief one, of my brain needs to work. Enchantment.
Okay. I'll relay this to the party.
Okay. Nyx will run back and close the previous door real quick. All right. So some illusion and what again?
Enchantment. Magic. Used for charming
Mm.
and other such emotional manipulation.
Also, when used on objects, it can cause them to have sentience or have certain trigger effects or things like that. Any lingering magical effect is usually enchantment.
Okay. Shall we? And Nyx will open the door.
You see a kitchen. A well-stocked and furnished kitchen. The cook fire in the back burns bright and is actually emanating a heat. On the countertop in front of you, you see admittedly a long decayed pheasant and a butcher's knife. You see all throughout the cabinets and everything, there are decayed foods and dishware, silverware, things of that nature. Things you would normally find in a kitchen, just normally scattered around you.
Okay. Where is the magic emanating from?
The illusion magic is on some of the just scattered throughout, little at a time. You can see that it's more meant to make it not look as potentially run down. Like you touch a countertop as you walk by, and your hand comes away crazy dusty when it didn't look dusty. The enchantment does come from the you can't tell, it's the countertop right in front of you guys.
With the pheasant and knife.
Mhm.
It's over this
Eric,
way.
as you and Nyx pass by, the knife starts to rustle and raises up in the air, and it's going to swing. Since Ergi was the first to come by, it's going to swing at you first, Ergi. Let me do something here real quick. Go.
Very nice.
21 to hit.
So I always forget this. My AC is 21. Does that mean I block it or it hits?
In this case, that means it hits.
Okay.
So you take 6 points of slashing damage as the flying knife lashes out. I now need everyone to roll initiative.
There's no combat encounter.
Sorry, working on it. There you go.
Thank you.
Hey. Okay. Top of the round, Carson.
All right.
Is the music supposed to be playing?
It's
or-
supposed to be, but it's not for some reason. Thought's not reacting.
Okay. No worries.
I'll get back on it once my turn's done. Gonna cast Sacred Flame on the. It needs to make a deck save. Nice.
That's going to be a failure.
I take 7 radiant damage.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Cool. Cal, you're up.
Cal is going to say, "Are we really afraid of such a dingy weapon?" And I need it to make a wisdom saving throw.
There is absolutely
Hurting
no way.
the
it's gonna-
knives feeding feelings.
There's no way. Yeah, no.
Cool. Then it can take 4 psychic damage.
You watch it. It is immune to psychic damage.
Ah.
Has no feelings. Machine.
It's not currently my turn. Apparently. There we go. Well, then I'm gonna step to here, and can I try to stab it?
With your offhand attack, do you need to make an attack for the?
You do, technically.
Oh, you do. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Then I'm done. That's it. I step up.
Okay, you step up to it. Nyx.
Okay, yeah, Nyx is kind of gonna roll his eyes and pull out his rapier and swing at the knife. $18 on attack. That
18 does hit. Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Wait, hold on. This is the first round of combat, so I can have another go. Right?
True.
Yes. Okay. I
Do you
have
get to roll more damage, or is it
another additional attack on the first
Ah,
round.
Great.
I assume 17 hits.
Oh,
17 just barely hits.
because the music bot is refusing to play, this is the YouTube music video I'm listening to for comics.
Another 12
If you
damage.
wish to
Well, 12
be
piercing anyway. I
vibing
don't
to
know
the
if
same
it...
music as me.
Cool. 12. Yeah. You swing 2 times, and this old and rusted blade, you cleave the handle off of it, and it clatters down to the ground, unmoving.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, we should have been more careful when you told us about the enchantment.
Yeah. I got poked. Ouch.
I'm still mad that it's immune to psychic damage.
You're mad you can't bully
Well,
inanimate objects
Yep.
as much as we like to as people.
Hey,
I'm
I
gonna
insult
look
my
up
computer.
here
Actually,
real
I'm
quick.
quite glad inanimate objects are immune to psychic damage, because I think I would have broken my work computer by now otherwise.
Alright. Nyx is gonna walk down to the door over here and check it out.
Sure. Are you looking for traps, or just gonna open it?
Perhaps anything else of note?
I'm investigating the top room with my detect
Okay.
magic.
Okay,
So, Nick's go ahead and make an
And-
investigation check. Actually, whoever is investigating the room and the area, go and make an investigation check.
I will help you if you want to.
Oh, thank you.
with the door, or?
Well, he's with me, so I'm imagining he's
No.
helping me with.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
That's at least better.
Okay. Nyx, you're fairly certain that the door isn't trapped, but it is also unlocked. Ergi and Karzan, as you guys are looking through, you go into the storeroom behind, and everything in there is rotted and decayed. There's no semblance of illusion. It's just gone. You do, however, both of you kind of simultaneously look and notice that there is a set of very intricately carved golden scales off to the left side, kind of up on one of the shelves. It's Karzan, you're used to scales that hold to weigh gold and to weigh different measurements. This is an interesting one. It doesn't seem to have a balance point. It seems to be fixed. That's of a woman slender in robes, arms out to either side, basically T-posing, holding 2 trays for things to be put on. But on either side, you push down, and it doesn't tip. It just kind of stuck in that
How
T-pose
much
position.
do you think that's worth, Tarzan?
Well, to the right buyer, anything is worth anything, but if we're going off gold alone, could I make a history check?
Sure.
That's 11.
11.
And I'm assuming
It's hard to
it's
tell.
not magical.
No, it does not seem to be magical. In fact, the way that it's made, there's almost a I don't want to call it a religious aspect to it, but it almost looks like it's in the form of some sort of goddess, and thinking back, you don't notice anything familiar with it. When it comes to pricing, again, to the right buyer, anything is possible to sell. It could be anywhere from 5 gold to 25 gold, depending on the right buyer.
Right, but if I were to melt it down and take it at its gold face value.
You're not sure if it's like you kind of try and scratch off, see if it's plated or flaked, and it doesn't seem to scratch off. So it might be solid gold, it might not.
What's the heft? Listen, I'm the gold guy. This is my thing.
It's the heft of it. It does seem like a gold alloy. Yeah,
Okay,
be made of a gold alloy.
at least. All right.
So upwards of 25 gold if used properly, I guess.
I'll attempt to pick it up, if possible.
Sure.
Okay.
You pick it up. I mean, it's only about a foot tall,
Got
maybe.
it. Got my inventory. I could maybe do 20, 25 gold with this. But it might have some historical value. I'm not getting anything on the religion. Does this look good, like religious iconography to you? And I'll show it and ask.
Let
Paladin.
me check. Can I check?
Religion check, yeah.
Call this.
Better than your history check.
At least
Take that.
Again, there are goddesses in the pantheon that are robed and clothed in a similar way. As far as you know, you don't know of any that have significant ties to scales or that kind of thing.
Well, it could be a goddess. They all kind of look the same, though. I don't know.
It's not Joaquin,
be worth
I can
some
tell
gold.
you that much. Joaquin symbol being a coin, I believe.
Right?
Yeah, right? The holy symbol of the merchant's friend. Yeah, it's a golden coin with the face of a woman. Anyway. Icons. Come on, I gotta have an icon for scales. I'm pretty sure I saw that once. Oh yeah, we'll do that.
Ooh.
Oh, it didn't work for some reason. Oh well. Anyway.
Okay.
And with that, we'll go to the door. I'll probably have to ritual cast detect magic. I feel like at this point 10 minutes is probably up.
Yep.
Did Karzin grab the skills to take with him?
I did.
Okay.
Cool. The door opens to a hallway. The door on the left is kind of a bit more ornate, a bit more fancy. All the doors on the right are very plain, very simple. Going around the corner, you see a collapsed section of hallway.
Karzin will pass by all of these various doors here and see if his detect magic pings anything.
Okay. As you go through it, it doesn't seem like there's any magical effect on the other side.
Not even
Of any of
torch?
them.
Okay.
Not even torch. Nope.
Alright. Carzan's just gonna say, I'm just gonna take a peek in each of these if you don't mind. I feel like they may be quarters. So Carzan will take a quick peek in here.
Okay. In that southernmost room, you look in and you see laying on the bed, a decayed corpse.
Oh my.
Pungent smell wafts out of the room as soon as the doors opened. It's hard to tell how long they've been there, but it's enough for it to start smelling.
Disgusting.
Kyle, you're muted.
Not Carter, is it?
I wouldn't imagine they would decay this quickly. Carzan will step into
That's
the
one.
room.
It is not Carter. If you want to make a medicine check, you can see.
Yeah. Give me
You can
a
ascertain.
rough estimate of how long they've been hurting. Or how long they've been dead, perhaps.
They've been there for quite a bit longer than a week. 2, 3, 4 weeks, maybe a month.
Do I remember anybody coming in and going to the I mean, I guess not a lot of people announce they're going to the place.
There are travelers that come. There are some people at the caravan that just don't leave.
Does he have any gear
Or
on him?
caravans. You look around, you do see a backpack. Laying off towards one side. Inside it, you find a mess kit, a bedroll, a pouch containing 17 gold,
Nice.
a simple, what seems like a rapier, although it's damaged and bent in certain places. Inside the bag, not on the body, you do see some studded leather armor, a couple of ration packs that have gone bad, and a note folded up on the bed itself, kind of tucked under the pillow.
I'm making an inventory item called Gold Count. That will, since I'm not adding it to my current gold, and we'll split it up at the end when it's relevant, just gonna mark that with how much gold we got. And you said 17?
17, yep.
Alright. And a note. And studded leather armor, you said.
Mhm.
Does anyone want studded leather armor?
I already have some.
I already have studded leather as well.
Well, it fetches quite a good price, I believe.
Let's take
It
it,
was-
with us.
it
I
wasn't
can
all
carry
that.
it.
Okay. You add some studded leather armor to your own sheet, I believe. What's the note say? If I can read it.
Scrawled over and over and over in ink that dries and then is refreshed and then dries and then is refreshed and then dries. Serve the master, 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 serve the master. Over and over and over on the one side of the paper. And blank on the other side.
Wonderful. I'm assuming the paper is not emitting any illusory magic to hide anything. Gotcha.
You'd think to use both sides of the paper.
I look in the back and it's probably blotted all the way through completely.
Yeah, it wasn't very nicely written.
Alright. Next room. Carzan. If there's anything stopping me, Carzan will go to the next room, open the door.
Need you
Same
to make a
song.
dexterity. So I'm just kidding.
Ah, man, you almost got me there. I was like, oh
Now,
no.
for sake of brevity, you check the other three, and they are all decayed and falling apart, but empty.
With nobody and nobody.
Nobody and no body.
Got it. Okay, great.
And no gold.
No gold.
All right.
You search
Well,
each one fairly thoroughly, and you find that it has been emptied.
If only I had a detect gold spell. Carson thinks to himself. All right. Anyway.
All right. Does that
Coming
mean
this
it's
way
time
is-
for us to climb the tower?
Well, I mean, there's still one other side of this place we haven't explored. But
Oh,
first,
is there a door in that main room?
yeah, if we open this door.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
there
we're
is.
fairly
Um,
sure.
Yeah.
You walk over Garrett Wells' corpse.
Yep.
Nix is walking around. All right, let me check this door over. Yeah.
While you check the door, I'll be checking it magically.
And I'll give the help action for the investigate.
Alrighty, here we go.
For sake of... Yeah, sure. Go for it. 18. It is not trapped. It is not magical. It is unlocked.
Okay.
It opens to another hallway. Goes off to the left and turns. And then a door straight in front of you. This one is very...
Cal clicks the button.
Cal clicks the button. You open the door into what looks like a chapel.
Mm.
Broken pews on either side. A very worn down and broken up podium up in the front.
Huh.
Cool. There's nothing interesting in that podium.
Are you sure you checked it over properly?
I'm quite confident, thank you very much. I am quite skilled in my investigation ability.
The flames of the braziers on all the corners bathe the destroyed pews and altar in the soft light, which reflects off the statue in the back, which holds up its hands to the newest visitors. Despite the destruction, the room feels distinctly serene, in a way the rest of the Citadel does not.
Can I tell what religion this chapel is dedicated to?
I'm in religion check, yeah.
Help action, because I'm gonna ask if anybody
Yeah,
knows.
I wanna
and
know
talk through
too.
it with you.
Ooh, boy.
Nice.
Yeah, whoa. Nice religion thing. Yeah, Nix doesn't feel confident about Cal's investigation. Nix is gonna look around.
Go for it. Go make an investigation check. You do, Carson, you do recognize this, although it's not they're not a deity that is worshipped here in town. From what you know. It is Kellenvor. The god Kellenvor.
I know that name. Me personally.
Do we know what, like, they're the deity of?
I'm assuming with a nat 20.
I can traditionally tell you, but I don't know if Karzan can tell you.
Kellenvor is the god of the dead. With the investigation check and the religion check, you also notice that in the middle of the altar there, you see a skeletal arm reaching out. And at the base of the statue, kind of etched into its as it weird as it's etched into some of the stone, but it doesn't look like it was chiseled. It says, "Return my symbol to me." On the altar, there's a ton of destroyed papers and parchment. One of the things that you remember and you notice from some of the parchment, the text that's there, is the symbol for Kellenvor. Is the symbol of a skeletal arm holding balanced scales.
Ah,
Familiar?
Who knew that the way backwards way we would investigate this place would perfectly line up with this puzzle? I love it when that happens. Karzan will immediately take out his what he valued as 25 gold scale and see how much of a profit he makes on that investment by placing it onto the skeletal arm.
The arm sinks a little bit into the altar with the weight of the scales on it, and you see the scales start to swing back and forth before coming perfectly balanced again. And the part down where that etching was, the writing, slides open underneath the statue to reveal a secret compartment. Inside there is a pouch. It seems to be filled with coin. There's also an amulet and a spell scroll.
Awesome. How much coin we talking?
Are you looking at it or are you just feeling it?
Do you doubt Karzan's ability to be able to count how much gold there is just by feeling it?
Just for the heck of it, give me
Come on.
I'll tell you. I'll leave it up to you. Either a dexterity check with a little bit lower DC, or a wisdom check with a little bit higher DC.
Wisdom.
Okay. DC 16.
yeah, boy.
I'm not talking like exactly. I'm talking about like, but still.
Oh no.
All right.
You lift the bag, you heft it for a second, and instinctively, in your brain, you're like, 86 gold, 46 silver, 23 copper.
Whoa.
All right. 86 gold, you said?
86 gold, 46 silver, 23 copper.
1,303. How much silver again? Sorry, I was doing the math to add to the current gold I had.
46.
46 silver, 23 copper.
23 copper.
Got it.
Dang.
All right.
So what does the amulet and spell scroll look like? And Nyx will look at the amulet first, if no one else does.
The amulet bears the symbol of Kellenvor, inlaid with precious stones and metal. That's kind of what it looks like. It's just the a very intricate um, uh, inlay of the skeletal hand holding the scales.
Is Carson's detect magic still running?
Yes.
What's up
It's
with the amulet?
It's absolutely magical. Yeah, it's magical, and the spell scroll.
I would hope the spell scroll's magical. But I'll take a look at the spell scroll real quick, see if I just recognize it.
Go make an Arcana check.
Help action. Look over it with you.
I am expertise in Arcana.
Yes, you are. It is a spell scroll of Remove Curse.
Ooh, that's nice. And that is on my spell list.
Oh, good.
Carson will pocket that.
What level is that? Third?
So I don't have a spell slot for it, so I'd have to check if I want to
Do the check, yeah. Not on Bard list, so I can't help with that.
Open importer. 1 sec. Remove curse, you said?
Yep.
No, don't inspect page.
I think I get that as well.
Customize import. This is definitely a spell scroll. Import. Great. And then Carson will take the amulet if you don't mind, and do a 10-minute
Go ahead.
identify, followed by a 10-minute detect magic again. Fast forward.
Identify identifies it as an amulet of the devout.
Ooh.
It is in the items in the items tab. It's in the items folder.
Is it?
I do not see it. You'll have to. There it is.
Requires attunement by a cleric or paladin. Nice.
Ooh.
Carson.
Ooh. Oh. I don't know.
Yeah.
This can also go to Ergi.
You get channel divinity as well.
I do.
Yeah, you could probably use it because I feel like you're going to be more straight spells. While for the most part, spells from me are just going to be divine smite.
And that wouldn't apply to smites because you don't cast a spell till
Yeah, it's
after you
just
hit.
damage. Right.
Alright.
It's all you.
Do you mind if we allow me to attune to it very quickly?
That sounds great. I can place a little ditty and make sure Ergi heals all the way up.
Sounds good. While Carson's doing that, by the way, he's going to mention, if we are able to rest again within here, I suggest we rest in this room. This
Agreed.
is definitely. I imagine whoever rules over this domain is at least a little deathless, and Kevlin Vor isn't the greatest fan of that. Anyway, we short rest.
Fine by me.
Rest
Sounds
away.
like my kind of god. Yeah.
Ergi, if you spend any hit die during the short rest, please take an extra d6 healing.
Thanks, man.
So,
Which it doesn't seem like you needed. But
Thank you anyway.
attunement happens. Detect magic is back up, I'll say. And Ergi gets healed. You sit down, you rest, you nurse the wound a little bit, you wrap it, make sure it's all good to go. And for the first time in being in the Citadel, even in the chapel of the God of Death, you feel at peace.
I would like to do something before leaving this room.
Sure.
I would like to say a prayer, I guess. The God of Death, me, I guess, being in this moment thinking, well, I have a lot of issues with death. Maybe I should ask. So I'll say a prayer and ask if
Do you word your prayer?
First, I will ask about my previous, my wife and my daughter, and then, after a long pause, I will ask about my previous god.
What do you do to initiate the prayer?
Nothing. Maybe reach into whatever pocket or vest or whatever I have that's holding my wife's old locket. Other than that, just stand there.
As you are still within your pocket, holding the locket, you hear a whisper. It's not familiar. It's not like the whisper of the entity that has talked to you guys in your minds previously. This is quiet. This is comforting. Whisper just says, place it on the scales.
Without telling anybody, I'll kind of quietly walk over to the scales and sit there.
There's a clink of metal on metal. As you drop it, chain and all, onto the scale. It tips for a moment before, by itself, balancing back out perfectly. And on the other side, in the reflection of the scale itself, you see your family. Remember correctly, it's your wife and daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
The last time you saw them brings emotions of pain, grief. In that moment, seeing them, you see their smiling faces. And then an individual standing above them, arms wrapped around them. You know that wherever they're at, they're peaceful. They're at peace. And they hold No grudge, no ill will, no blame. There's a shimmer on this reflection, almost like the firelight is flickering. You see the palm with the eye. The eye is bleeding blood. You blink and it's gone. You just see the reflection of the firelight. And that balance comes back down.
I'll grab my locket.
How much of this would Cal have seen?
I can roll a stealth check.
Please do. If you're wanting to hide it and hide what you're doing, please make a stealth check. Even with your Cal's passive perception, Cal, you see Ergi drop something onto the scales, and the scale tips. You see Ergi stare at it for a while before then grabbing whatever he put back on there. Looked like a necklace of some kind.
Okay.
Tarzan, before leaving, will say a quick prayer of thanks to Kalambor. And, yeah, that'll be about it.
Okay.
And then signal for all of us to head out.
You head back into the hallway, and almost immediately that oppressive being watched feeling takes over again. You walk around the corner, and it's again another collapsed hallway.
Wonderful. Well, gents, I believe we've thoroughly explored everywhere we can.
Agreed.
And there's only one direction to go now.
Wish we had a way out instead of a way up, but let's go.
You get your guys'
Do we want to perhaps inform either Soren or Garenwin of the very much nicer feeling chapel room? I mean, I guess they said they knew about it, didn't they?
I think one of them. I think Garenwin might have mentioned the chapel.
Yeah. Never mind. They're fine, I'm sure. Definitely not going crazy.
What you thinking? That they might be safer in there?
Absolutely. But I also would like us to be able to access that room, so.
Cal stops at the bottom step and stares up that staircase without stepping up it.
staring up the staircase. You see it goes up a little bit, then it curves off to the left and goes up, ascends a little bit more. There does seem to be a light coming from up there.
Tarzan will lead with the tech magic up and being aware of everything Or trying to be. Love it when I can hear dice being rolled but can't see it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's very it's like the suspense of being at a table and the DM just rolls some dice for no reason, you know.
For what it's worth, it wasn't the DM rolling the dice,
I
you
know. It's great. That's even
I also love
worse.
I also love when my players just, make checks and saving throws on their own. You ascend the stairs carefully, quietly as best you can. Let me then, since we're jumping to and from things,
Partway up the stairs, Nyx is going to quietly mention, we never really checked out that room with the weird plants, huh?
There's weird plants. I think we're good.
at the top of the stairs, activate, you are greeted by natural sunlight pouring into the room. A small landing with simple armor standing guard by the door. As you step off the stairs, the heavy door swings open, and from inside, a familiar voice beckons you. Oh, no time to dally.
This door swings. Sorry, continue. My bad.
I would love to see you all. Please, come in.
Alright.
What do I see?
The room is well kept, despite the passage of time. Not even a thin layer of dust lies on the floor. Natural lighting filters in through the first windows you've seen, some of the first windows you've seen, as you enter Deepfrost Citadel.
Is this room supposed
A nice-
to be limited vision? Because we're only
You have
seeing a
limited vision?
radius of light.
The light ends here, and then I have dark vision out to here.
My
Nothing.
vision ends here, and I cannot see anything else in this room.
Yeah, that's my dark vision radius, is what I'm seeing. However, if you want, I can spread out my. If it is supposed to be dark, I can spread out my lights.
I don't think he was implying it was supposed to be dark.
Yeah,
It's not supposed to be dark, no. I need token vision on.
You just
turn
need to
global
whatever-
illumination.
That too.
There we go.
There it is. Cool. Cool. A nice rug lies in the middle of the room, and the bed has been made. A wood chest standing next to it, with a wood chest standing next to it. The head of a young blue dragon has been mounted on the wall and regards you hungrily. But your eyes are drawn to the portrait hanging on the wall in a golden frame. A broad-shouldered man with wide eyes and dark hair has been painted. Yet when you enter, the man in the portrait seems to perk up and lean a little closer. A grin curls across his face. Such sweet faces. In the flesh and for the first time. I am so glad you made it. I think we're going to end there for the night.
I don't think I thought about this before. Would Nyx have ever seen a kind of painting or drawing or something of Thaddeus Holston?
Nope. Probably not.
Okay.
There's no statue bearing likeness of him in the town. That's strange.
Nope. But we are going to stop there. Cal, you walked all the way in there?
Yeah.
Tarzan would
as-
have called
as-
out and said, "Cal, where are you going?" But
And I think that's about where Cal would have stopped too.
Okay.
And not turned back, but be staring at the painting, intentionally skirting around the rug instead of taking the direct path.
I'll say the painting is over here.
Yeah, I figured that's what that was.
Yep.
does Tarzan see anything magical immediately? I mean, I guess I can ask that next time, but
Let me just give this immediately.
because Tarzan wanted to investigate that window to see if it was breakable.
I'll say you get hints of enchantment all around you.
Wunderbar.
And I'll also add that there's not only this painting that with the individual who leaned forward, but also there's another one which Cal would see down here, and another one over here.
For what it's worth, Cal doesn't see it, but great.
So, sorry to cut it a little bit short, but I didn't want to get into what's going to happen next
This may or may not be a big
with
fight.
such little time left.
Quick, did Eggy recognize the hand with the eye?
I mean,
Yes, that is the general symbol for Helm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his symbol is the palm, the gauntlet with the palm forward, with the eye in the palm. Awesome. Well, we'll see what happens next week.
we all potentially good for a week from today.
Should be. I don't know of
And
anything that would.
I will be in California, so I'm not going to make it.
Okay.
I think we can probably afford to postpone another week after that then.
Aim for the 5th then?
Sure. Sounds good to me. I don't think I have anything else going on.
I think I'm good.
Yep.
Does daylight savings start before the 5th? Oh, that's just matters for me since I'm in Arizona.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. Anyway,
March
guys-
10th, so it would be the next week after that.
Okay.
well, hope you guys have a good night.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone get some rest. We all look a little tired. And we'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
See you in a couple
Sounds
of
good. Thanks for the session. It's a lot of fun.
Take care, guys.
See ya.
It